my name is Liz Montagna. I'm a physical therapist and the founder of Holistic Physical Therapy and Wellness. I'm here to show you how to do a hamstring stretch that's going to be safe for you in case you have a herniated disc or you think you might have a herniated disc. Symptom of that might be pain in the buttock that runs down into the leg, typically feels more electrical. When you do a hamstring stretch, it's natural to feel like a pull. That's fine. But what we don't want to feel is like anything sharp, searing pain could come straight from the back or might seem like it comes from the buttock. It can be a number of reasons. But if you know you have tight hamstrings, trying to force yourself to do a hamstring stretch without proper props is going to cause you more harm than good. So I'm here to show you a simple way to make hamstring stretching safe. But let's start with a little bit of anatomy. The hamstring attaches from the sit bone and crosses the knee joint down here. So when we want to stretch this muscle, we want the sit bone to move back as the knee straightens. That's going to be a lengthening of the hamstring. Often people do a hamstring stretch. Okay, so sit bone is where it's attached. We want to feel the sit bone moves back. So often what I see is a person's trying to do a hamstring stretch and this is what they've done. All they've done is just rounded their back. The sit bone hasn't moved at all. The sit bone needs to move back by tipping my pelvis forward. Now, this is okay for me because I have long hamstrings, but for a person who has really tight hamstrings, they're going to struggle. They just can't get that range. So let's make it safe. This is a soft foam block. I like it in that it gives you some real good feedback. You can feel your sit bones on this. So you can sit on a block. And now I can feel those sit bones. Depending on the size of the pelvis, maybe you put two blocks side by side. But the point is that if I bend my knees and I rock my pelvis back and forth, I can feel the sit bones roll this way as I slump. And as I tip the pelvis and the back arches, I can feel the sit bones move back. That's the direction we want them to go. So a nice way to get that feeling, you can reach over, find that sit bone, feel it, pull it back, and say stay. Then keeping that bone moving back and the pelvis tip forward, you can stretch the leg. You may need to be up on a higher lift, maybe 2 blocks high, might be good for you. So do one at a time. Go to the other side, pull it back, stretch. And that is an actual hamstring stretch, not just a back rounding. And rounding your back will cause the more disc pressure on the nerves. So anytime you're doing this, reaching down, reaching forward, that's going to increase your nerve type pain if you have a herniated disc. This keeps you safe so that you can work into a hamstring stretch, but keeping an arch in your back. Using a strap can also give you a little bit of help. So arms are going to be straight, and you pull on a strap to lift your chest and get that lift in the back so that you're in an arch to come forward. And then once you start to do this, you can put yourself back at risk. So you just stay in a zone where you can keep your pelvis lifted. Again, you can take it up as high as you need with other props such as stack of blankets. You can do a bolster, not as much input, but still. The higher you go, the easier it's going to be for you. And it's important that you are always staying on the side of control. You're never straining. Nothing should ever hurt. Many people feel like, I just got to push through it. You don't have to push through it. You just want to feel nice, gentle stretch that you can maintain.